Hello, I'm Trevor Wood, the managing editor of the ATTEMTPING school paper, the Hawkeye, and this is the second of our installment of the self-defense techniques designed to keep you safe. Last week we did BJJ with Ryan Decker. We're here today at MMA Tampa with Shihan Stephen.
How you doing? I'm very appreciative, Trevor, of the Hawkeye having me for this. We're very excited about being able to show you a little bit in this weekly series, both how Jiu-Jitsu and how Krav Maga, my system, can help you be more safe on and off campus. My name, again, is Shihan Stephen. I am the master instructor of Krav Maga Martial Arts, and I've been doing martial arts for 28 years. I'm a 5th degree black belt. I'm a graduate level 3 in Krav Maga. Today I want to talk a little bit about threat from the front. We're going to talk, always when we're talking Krav Maga, we're going to talk about awareness, prevention, and the actual self-defense technique. Because ultimately the only mission in Krav Maga is for you to get home alive at the end of the day. In fact, I will take one quick moment to tell you a little bit about Krav Maga, its history, and how it's developed. Krav Maga is the fighting system of the Israeli Defensive Forces. Krav Maga is a system created for a country that knows that in a moment of weakness it could cease to exist. So as you can imagine, their martial art was created very practical, very efficient, very effective. We're going to start, Trevor's been nice enough to pretend like he's a bad guy today for the purpose of this. And we're going to talk about, as we talk about this self-protection, I would like you, males and females, young and old, the audience, to envision yourself in the self-protection scenario. And just like Trevor's pretending to be a bad guy today, to envision a real bad guy who has approached you in a dark parking lot at HDC. Obviously, the first thing was to have a level of awareness and prevention so that this scenario we're about to play out never happens. However, somehow it has. And I see the bad guy approaching. Before he gets even as close as Trevor is right now, I'll have already verbally stopped him. Stop! Stop! Stop where you're at! I don't know you. Get away! Leave me alone. And hopefully that can be enough. If that stops the altercation, I'm able to get in my car and go home, I have been successful in my Krav Maga this day. If for whatever reason this fails, and the enemy gets closer to me, stop! I said stop! I said, I may go to the kicking techniques of Krav Maga to stop him at a further range where he can do less damage. If for whatever reason, though, I felt, maybe I was caught by surprise, my kick was ineffective, or just out of fear, failed to throw my kick, or out of a lack of training, didn't have the kick in my arsenal, for whatever reason, the hands got closer, then I have other alternatives. Technique, it's called an inside defense. We'll break these down a little bit further in subsequent installments. And of course, if you ever get to come to Krav Maga Martial Arts and train, you'll get these more. The point I want you to take away in this short little time together today is that the first thing I want to do is prevent his hands ever getting into my throat. I stopped with my voice. I stopped with a kick. He's closer. I stopped with inside defense. He's closer. I stopped with wedging defense. If all of these techniques fail, then and only then do I resort to the self-protection technique that we call the pluck. And oh, by the way, if the bad guy's choking me the way Trevor's choking me right now, I don't even necessarily need the technique I'm about to teach you, the pluck. Because from here, still there's no real threat, so I can go straight to counterattacks. The pluck, the self-protection technique we are focusing on today, is based on the idea that all these other preventions have failed. And now all of a sudden there's a real threat. And the real threat is, can you choke tight, Trevor? Tight so I can't talk? Tight. Good. The real threat is him now cutting the wind off to my windpipe. Sorry, I better react before I go unconscious on this video series. So, when the real threat occurs, the threat is his thumbs, the bad guy's thumbs, to my trachea, cutting off the wind. For this, and with everything else having failed to this moment, I need a technique to remove the immediate danger. Here's how this technique works. First of all, my thumbs will attach to my sides, and my hooks are formed before my arms even begin to travel. At this moment, the hooks come up, and of course very explosively, come up to where the danger is. And at the same time as I pluck, I give a simultaneous counterattack. Depending on my range, that might be a knee attack to the groin, or depending on my range, if I was a little further out, if his arms were longer, that may be a front kick to the groin. So I've removed the immediate danger, and I give the simultaneous counterattack. And from here, we continue to counterattack until we can get away. We counterattack as necessary. One more time. Removing, punch go deep where the danger is. Explosively remove the danger. Give the simultaneous counterattack. Control the weapons. Give more counterattacks as necessary. Get away. Some common mistakes to avoid. Number one, if Trevor's very strong as he is, and he's choking me, and I go any place other than where the danger is, I will not be able to stop. Okay? Number two, if I fail to give a simultaneous counterattack and I remove, he has more opportunity to hurt me. Number three, and this one's minor compared to the first two, the other reason he was able was because I let go of his hands. So generally we like to say that we control the weapon until we give our counterattacks. Okay? Last time. One more time fast, one more time slow. Then it's your turn to practice. Okay? Fast again, the technique looks like this. Slow. This has been a quick installment on Krav Maga self-protection, defense against a choke from the front. Look forward to teaching you more in weeks to come, and one day seeing you training in our training facility.